go ahead and get started. Coach, we've got Percy to kick us off, and then we'll go to Bella. Percy, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Well, thanks.
I'm sorry about that. Hey, for tonight, what's the plan with Jill and your starters?
I know that was the first one, hot, coming in hot. Jewel will not play tonight. The plan is to play the way we've been playing the last couple of games as he's progressing, which is good. And the plan is to play hard, be pros, work on the things that we need to work on. All these reps are going to be meaningful for everyone. Stay in some rhythm and just have a good night tonight.
Yeah. Hey, in 2021 and in 2022, you guys were on the other side of this with Sue Bird playing her last games there. Just what sort of now being on the other side of the court, just how do you handle what's going to be an emotional night like this for the fan base and for that team there?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of electricity will be in the building. A lot of appreciation for an amazing player in Diana. Is this her last? Or saying that it is, we don't know. We're in a situation where the fans chanted one more year, and that conjured up some amazing, and another amazing year for Sue. But I would expect, again, just a lot of energy in the building. For us, we got to focus in and lock into our brand of basketball, compete at a high level. Not to say we're human, so we're going to feel the energy of that, but just to bottle it up into some execution, into things that we need to work on today.
And then is there a moment that you remember from her 20-year career that sticks out, something that will that'll be with you for a while?
A lot of memories. I played with DT, not only here but overseas. I think the biggest thing for me, if I could put it all into one message, is just how hard she goes. She respects the game. Whether it's 5-on-0 or shoot around, she's cutting, sprinting, and every rep for her is a game rep, and that's something that I always remember about her. But it also is a testament to what she's been in this league and for the game of basketball. So, she's an amazing basketball player, a future Hall of Famer. I've been blessed to be a part of a lot of moments with her, and wish her nothing but the best.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And let's go to Bella, and then Roberta.
Hey, Coach. Thanks for the time. I know the focus right now is obviously on the game in front of you, but looking ahead a little bit, it seems like you have experienced a lot of different, maybe new things as a head coach since the last time you were coaching in the playoffs. I'm just sort of wondering how you feel you've grown as a coach since the last time you were in the playoffs, and do you feel at all more prepared this time around? Not to suggest that you weren't the first two times, but it just feels a little different.
Yeah, with time comes maturity. With time comes more wisdom and knowledge, and I feel like the biggest thing for me in this off season was to work on myself as a leader and as a coach, and I've done that. And coming into this year, I wanted to approach this year with humble confidence, and that's where I'm at. And so when you think about us, getting back to the playoffs and the road that it took to get here, there's a lot of growth in me and in the basketball as well. But I do feel prepared because we have added some elite players to the roster. I feel prepared because I've been here before. A different team and a different seating for us, and everything is a little bit different from before. But how I approach the game as a player is how I approach the game as a coach. Give my all, prepare every day, be the best version of myself to show up, and the humble confidence will shine through that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Roberta, and then Christian.
Hi, Coach. Without what is the plan to kind of contain BG in the paint and yeah?
Yeah, we're down Ezzy, who is one of our best defenders. not the best defender. So Sadie's is going to take a load of those minutes, especially matching up with BG. You know, part of your scheming against BG is also what you do on the opposite end of the floor. So making sure we're putting her in some actions, making sure we're running the floor hard, and you know, trying to get her in some pull her out, elevate her, and so she's not pretty effective around the rim. But yeah, Mercedes will get that assignment. If we have to go small, we have to utilize our athleticism to neutralize a couple of those things. But you know, the same thing that we did the past couple of games with utilizing our others, playing some unique rotations, and again, everyone's going to get some meaningful reps.
And you know that, and that's more of like a big picture question. We know that a lot has changed in the WNBA and women's basketball, but for a long time, at least for the time that I've been covering the WNBA, when I thought of rivalry in the WNBA, I thought of Storm versus Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
That has always been one of the biggest rivalries in the league. And one constant has always been DT, right, in the rivalry with Sue. You have been in this rivalry as a coach, as a player, and now as a coach. How do you guide your players through games that have more than just like the basketball effect on it?
Yeah, I mean, I just to make sure that I understand that we're human, so it's not like we're robots. We're gonna have some type of emotion, and it's okay. It's just how we manage that emotion and make sure we're focused on the task at hand. You're right. I was a part of a lot of big shot moments in the playoffs and even throughout the series of playing against Phoenix, and a lot of those are heightened emotions because we know each other as players and competitors. But you know, not to it's not a secret that there's so much going on today. It's just about, you know, refocusing in moments if we kind of get off kilter, staying positive through those moments, and just, you know, keeping the main thing. The biggest thing is we're playing for something bigger now. You know, we are preparing for playoffs, which is amazing to say. So no matter what happens tonight, it's good to know that there's a tomorrow for us, and that's something big for us as well.
Thank you.
Christian, and then we'll wrap up with Mike. Christian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, last game of the season, how you feeling?
Good.
That's good to hear. You know, you talked about this season being kind of two parts for players, but it's been three parts for you. First part of the season, and then going overseas for the Olympics, and then finish out this playoff stretch. Just wondering, could you share 3 things you learned about yourself this season, whether it be on the court, about yourself?
Yeah, just only 3.
I got as much time as you got.
No, it's okay. You know, I learned that heavy is the head. You know, it's very difficult yet rewarding job to be head of anything, and especially the head coach of this organization. But with that comes a lot of pride, and so through the ups and downs of it, I kind of remain steady and humble in the fact that like everybody can't do this, and so sometimes I got to give myself some pride in that. So I've learned to do that a lot more this year. I also learned that it's good to maintain my health, honestly, my mental and physical health. I've been working out way more this year. I don't know if you could tell. I feel like I could hoop again. So like just a healthy body, mind, spirit is very important when you're trying to attack a season, and you know, when you're so competitive and just driven in all those things. And then the last thing I would say is to continue to lean on my circle heavily. I learned that is important. I know that is important, but this year in particular is very important. So my circle is very small. One of those circles is my staff. I have an amazing staff. They keep me lifted when it's very difficult, but also when it's amazing, you know, keep me grounded. Just very, very, very even-keeled staff. And then obviously my family is very important to me. So through it all, yes, coaching, trying to win games, being here in an amazing organization, just making sure I am present, being where my feet are, and really enjoying every moment.
Thank you for that. And I guess last question on the game. You know, without Izzy and the last game, kind of felt like they put Neck in a lot of action to get away from the rim, a lot more easy blow-bys. You know, you spoke about adjustments going into this game, considering, I mean, Phoenix has a lot of players that can do the same thing, if not better. Is there any adjustments towards that, or just, you know, play your game?
Yeah, don't throw Nneka under the bus like that.
I'm sorry. No, she didn't do it all wrong.
Don't do that. But to your point, there's a lot of small ball lineups in which Nneka's having to guard guards, and that's different for us and for her this year. She watches a lot of film with Eb, and so you know she's well aware of those adjustments that need to be made. I think today, you know, we can combat a lot of their small ball with, you know, playing Tori a little bit more and not having Nneka, you know, be in those moments a lot. But it's just a recognition of it. I think once she sees it, I think the adjustment will be made because she's a consummate pro. But also, they have to guard her. And I think a lot of times in that game, even when the last game particularly, when they were switching, Nneka let them off the hook by not attacking their guards. So it's twofold. Like, yeah, I know she has to guard just in space, but also just being mindful that they have to guard her too, and you know, being a little bit more aggressive on that end.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Christian. Mike, go ahead and wrap us up.
Yeah, I'm curious, Coach. You know, you got so many new pieces that you've integrated throughout this season, and I'm just wondering, as you've been through that process, I'm sure a lot of it was kind of finding out the identity of this team and how they play with each other. How close to this group's potential do you feel like you guys got throughout the season, and what's kind of the next step to continue to close that gap?
Yes, I think I just continue to point to Olympic break. I felt like we were hitting our stride there, and then boom, we have a month off, in which I felt like we were trying to get back to that point and haven't, some semblance of it, but like haven't been consistent. So I think it's good to see individual players and their improvement, right? Adding Gabby and just her comfort in what she's done here in a short amount of games. We've talked heavily about what Sky has done at the end of, after Olympic break. Jewel kind of getting her in the rhythm as well. So I look at it as like, once the season is over, like that's what it is. Like, how can we prepare, postseason we're 0-0. How can we utilize these days to prepare and find something, that we've been searching for. I feel like we've had it in moments, and now it's time to put it together in a 40-minute game.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.